Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Noelle and I do unboxings, mostly lifestyle subscription boxes, but also book subscriptions like the one I have to share with you today. I've really enjoyed getting into book subscriptions over the past couple of years since I started my channel because it's gotten me back into reading for pleasure. Obviously, as an English major in college and grad school, I've done my fair share of reading, but for that very reason, I think I got a little bit burnt out from it. So I took a bit of a hiatus, but these book subscriptions, because they do truly heighten the reading experience, have definitely built out my TBR pile and really helps me realize that reading is part of self-care. It's a great way of taking a little break in your own home, escaping to a completely different world. And I truly believe that there is a book box out there for everyone. I only open a handful of the ones that are available on the market. They all have a slightly different vibe, slightly different offerings. I do have a book subscription playlist if you're ever interested in checking that out and finding one that might be right for you. I will not tell you what my favorite one is because again, they are all so different. And by the way, if you're ever looking for a way to help a channel or my channel, just letting one of those playlists run is a great way to do that for sure. So let's get into the book box that I have to share with you today. It is one that has been sent to me for a review because I have a little referral program going on. Every time that you guys use my code Noelle5, which will save you $5 on your subscription, they kind of count it towards me getting another box for review. So I earned enough to get another box from Peace and Pages. Now this is a bi-monthly subscription, but they do have several offerings. They have their basic box, which will include a book which is in new or great condition, and that will be in one of your pre-selected genres. So you do that when you first sign up, along with an aromatherapy product and a bath product. And I believe that that is just $25.99 plus $6.99 in shipping. If that has changed, I will try to let you know in the description box below. Then they also have the deluxe box, which I believe is what they have sent me, and that includes, of course, the book, the aromatherapy product, the bath product, as well as an extra book accessory or gift. And then there's usually a gourmet, like edible indulgence, be it a drink or a snack or a treat. So of course I love that element of it, and I believe that that is $37.99 plus shipping. They even have a just the peace version where if you're like, I like more the lifestyle products in there and supporting the small businesses that provide them to Peace and Pages, you can do that too, and I think that's just $32.99. So let's go ahead and get in there. Now, you do, like I say, check a bunch of boxes and tell them the genres that you are interested in. I like historical fiction. You guys know I love thrillers. I like a little bit of chick lit here and there, but I will say that the books that I have gotten from Peace and Pages, I have really enjoyed. Now, you're not going to get the same book as everyone else, obviously, because people have selected different genres. So it's always a little bit of a surprise. It's a tiny bit of a risk too, because they don't necessarily send out hints, for example, like other book subscriptions do. You might get a duplicate. I think one time I've gotten a duplicate, but it is because they make sure that it is a highly rated title. So right on top, we are seeing our little product card. So they don't give us a lot of information, but they do give us usually the name of the company that provides the product so that you can find them. I usually can find them on Instagram. Sometimes it takes a little bit of sleuthing to do that. And there is always, which is kind of cool, there is always a theme for the month. So the theme for this March box is lilac and gooseberries. Now, I love lilac as a color, but until last year, I hadn't had lilacs, like fresh lilacs, in my house in a really long time. They are so amazing. That scent is so lovely. So I would be happy if we get anything in here that is in the scent of lilac. I don't have much experience with gooseberries. So that card was just on top of this little piece of cardboard. Now this is run, I believe, by a husband and wife team, Peace and Pages is, and I just think it's so cool that they work with other small businesses. They are truly a small business, so you can feel really good about supporting them. And like I said, it's just so much fun to get a book sent to you. It's kind of a nice treat, and I love that it is bi-monthly because it gives someone like me a little bit more time to get through it. Now, to be fair, I am very behind on my reading, but that is one of my goals for this year, is to get caught up on my book boxes so I can start fresh and have that same experience that I did when I first started getting book boxes. I really just devoured the whole thing, really enjoyed all of the items inside that came along with the book, and I was always just like anxious to get to that reading time at the end of the day. So this is what we've got, you guys. So you can see there is that treat in there that's included in the deluxe boxes and not the basic boxes. So let's take a look at that. Usually the book obviously is in the bottom just for packing purposes. That makes the most sense. So this is from Chesebros Gooseberry Candy, you guys. So I didn't even know that gooseberries, I guess they're the ones that look like little watermelons, right? Says Gooseberry Candy. We carefully balance the tart gooseberry flavor with just enough sugar to make a delicious candy. So I'm guessing it's kind of like lemon drops, but they're gooseberry. I like a good hard candy. I like a good chewy candy. Basically, I like sugar, so I'm very happy to give these a try. So let's see what it says about this. This is Gooseberry Hard Candy Drops from Chesapeake Rose Confections in North Carolina. I like knowing where they are from. Sounds pretty good to me. All right. So put that off to the side. So basically in the deluxe box, you're gonna wind up with 4 items plus your book. Then we got, ooh, yes, something in lilac, and I'm very excited. This is our bath product, and you guys know that I'm not a bath girl, so sometimes when we get bath bombs or bubble bath, it's not as exciting to me. So this time it's one that a lot of us can use, which is some lilac shower fizzers. Yes, I am super excited. I really love when shower steamers are a little bit smaller, because when they're really big, I will just sit in the shower, stand in the shower until the fizzy is gone. So these look like they're a little bit smaller and individually wrapped, which is awesome. This is from a company called Bolly and Fritz, or Bolly and Fritz. So this is nice because they didn't fall apart. Sometimes we get shower steamers just in a bag and they get super crumbly and they wind up being like shower dust more so than a fizzer. They are out of Kentucky, so it looks like we've got 1, 2, I am seeing 6 of these in here, so that's kind of nice. It looks like a little bonbon, like a little treat, and truly these are a little treat. Let me see if I can smell it. Ooh, yes, super strong lilac. Actually, you guys, that scent reminds me of one of my My Little Ponies when I was a little kid. She must have had lilac. So it says awesome showers for awesome people. I like that. So shower fizzers, that's so cute. I'm loving that. I'm hoping to get my hands on some lilac this spring. Is it a spring flower? I think it is. So let's see what else we have got. One of the other things that I've also enjoyed since I started my channel is getting fresh flowers for you. Right now I have some beautiful, it's kind of a lilac color, but that's thistle just because I thought that looked so interesting. So then we have something, oh, this is from a company called, I have no idea how to pronounce that, Arya Tara. So it's lilac and gooseberries, bringing the theme together here. Lilac and gooseberry and amber. It says these are some wax melts that are poured in Arizona. So I'm always interested to see different ways of packaging wax melts. I actually like this, again, how they're individual and I don't have to like break them off of a chunk. Sometimes they come in those little 6-packs. So this is from Arya Tara Candles out of Arizona. And I bet these smell awesome. I'm not going to slice them open right now, but again, I like how they are packaged. So it looks like we got 12 of those. You guys know me, I love any kind of home fragrance. So the Aroma Therapy product in Peace and Pages always usually is something that makes me happy. And what a great thing, right? You can have your, take a nice shower with your lilac steamer and then put some wax melts into your wax warmer, set the scene, and then you even have some like candy drops, which is gonna be tart enough to kind of keep you awake if you start to like doze off, but hopefully whatever our title is keeping us awake. Oh, so this is cool. So the other like little extra item that we got in there, and it's usually just, it doesn't necessarily have to be a bookish item, which I actually prefer because there's only so many bookmarks one can have. So it's kind of a two-part gift, which is kind of cool, and I'm just going to dust it off. So I like to show things without all of the shred dust on it. It is a Mindful Garden coloring book from Michaela K. Creations out of California. So look how cool. So I do love the idea of a coloring book. It's another nice thing to do. It's kind of creative, but it also gets you off your screens, which we all know is a good thing to do every once in a while. So the Mindful Garden coloring book, and you know what's really cool, you guys, is it is spiral bound. So I definitely appreciate that because I've gotten adult coloring books where it's like really hard to keep the page open and it's just a little unwieldy. So let me see what it looks like. And these are like pretty big sections. It's not like too detailed. I guess the border on this one is kind of detailed, which is kind of nice. It doesn't have like perforated pages, but you could just use a nice paper cutter to go ahead and slice off the little shreds that happen when you pull it out of a spiral notebook if you wanted to frame your item or send it in somebody's card or something. So we have some mandalas, we have like the teacup, we have a book with flowers in it. So lots of different items. I have a bunch of these that I haven't gotten to do for a while, but I definitely appreciate this. This is kind of a cool item for them to send in our Lilac and Gooseberries Deluxe Edition because probably got some like garden themes. And then they even sent us some colored pencils, which I think is a nice touch. So like I said, this was kind of a two-part item. So we got 12 colored pencils from Sargent Art, which that's kind of cool. I usually like to use like really strong pigmented, nice buttery colored pencils, but I will use whatever is handy and sharpened because I don't have a sharpener these days. All right, you guys, let's see what our book is and we'll read a little bit about it. So it looks like we are in the true crime thriller version. So I think this is more true crime than it is thriller, which I am a true crime podcast addict. So that is what I usually do when I'm doing a coloring book or doing photography, for example. But sometimes I have to choose between my reading time and my podcast time, and sometimes the podcasts win. So this is How to Catch a Killer, Hunting and Capturing the World's Most Notorious Serial Killers by Katherine Ramsland, PhD. So yes, this is probably going to have some stories of some people that I know pretty well, that I've listened to their story in various podcasts, but let's read about it. The Vienna Courier, the Killer Clown. Well, I know the Killer Clown. The Son of Sam, the Angel of Death. I feel like they always get like cool names, How serial killers are profiled, hunted, and caught is equally as compelling as the narratives of the crimes themselves. In How to Catch a Killer, the history of forensic innovation, detailed behavioral profiling, the BAU, and solid police work is told through 30 international capture stories of infamous and lesser-known serial killers from 1898 to 2003. Love that. That's kind of cool because I do feel a little bit guilty when it comes to true crime sometimes in glorifying these like terrible humans. So I like to focus, yes, on unfortunately the victims, but also on their capture and how we can prevent or see signs for these people who do terrible things. So included are Colin Pitchfork, the footpad killer. I don't know that one. Hamilton Howard, Albert Fish, the cannibal killer. I knew that one. Ted Bundy. He always gets so much airtime. I don't know why. The cross-country chameleon. That's what his nickname is. Eileen Wuornos, the man-eater. Jeffrey Dahmer, the Milwaukee monster, and good old Ed Kemper. Let me know if you guys watched Mindhunter. I thought that was so great. I wish it hadn't gotten canceled. The co-ed killers. So yeah, here we go. So this will be good. Good way to tell me to put the podcast down. Sometimes I run out of podcasts, so this might be good for me to do some follow-up research. So I'm actually really into that. I do like a good nonfiction sometimes, so happy to receive that. And then of course that was a little bit dark, but everything else was very like springy and bright. We got our Lilac Shower Fizzers, which I'm very excited about. Probably my favorite item in here, the Lilac and Gooseberry Wax Melts, which I am also very excited to burn or melt in my house because it's going to smell springy, a little floral, as well as fruity, which you guys know those are like some of my favorite combos. The Mindful Garden coloring book with the colored pencils, and then as a nice sweet treat, our Gooseberry hard candy drops. Let me know what you guys thought about this deluxe box from Peace and Pages. Like I said, if you're looking for a way to support some small businesses and also get back into reading, this is a really great way to do it, and it's always a surprise, and they always do a really nice job with their themes. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you all very, very soon in my next unboxing.